Welcome to this introductory video on Rapid Transformational Therapy, or RTT as it is commonly known. Now, many people don't know what RTT is, and when you speak about therapy, a lot of people see that as quite a negative thing. Rapid Transformational Therapy is different though. It's not talking therapy. It's not designed for you to go and see somebody week after week after week after week. It's called Rapid for a reason. So how does it work? Most of the feelings that we have towards a given situation, whether that's anxiety, confidence, smoking, weight reduction, it doesn't matter what it is, there's normally an associated feeling that goes to that. And the majority of people will go through their life with some sort of pain, anxiety, feelings, but it doesn't cause them an issue on a day-to-day basis. However, at the point that you do start to feel those pains, at the point that life is feeling pretty tough, you try to look for methods in which you can deal with that. Maybe at the start of the year in January, you made a commitment to lose weight, but you can't do it. After a few weeks, you go back to eating that really poor food, you've stopped going to the gym. Or maybe you want to give up smoking, but some stressful situation comes into your life where you reach again for those cigarettes. It's perfectly acceptable that that's going to happen because willpower alone will not allow you to go forward. I know from my own experience that I knew that my mental health was suffering, but I didn't feel that I could go and speak to somebody. The thought of going and seeing a therapist, the thought of spending weeks, months, years in therapy for no results just left me with a feeling of dread. That's why when I found Rapid Transformational Therapy, it truly did change my life. So let me tell you why. Rapid Transformational Therapy is different because it doesn't look to the cause. So in my case, why did I feel so suicidal? Why did I feel that I couldn't achieve? Why did I feel that I was letting people down? Why did those feelings come into me and why couldn't I logically resolve them? It's simple. They were locked away. The reasons for them were locked away in the vault in my subconscious mind. And using logic, you can't access it. Hypnotherapy is different. Hypnotherapy allows you to gain access to those vaults, but RTT takes it one stage further. Rapid Transformational Therapy doesn't deal with the root cause, or the outlying cause, I should say. It deals with the root cause. When was that feeling first created? Every single one of my clients will come to me to say, Marcus, I feel this way and this is the reason. 100% of the time, the reason is never actually the reason why they've come for me. It'll have been something that happened in their past, normally when they were 3, 4, or 5 years of age. And when they look at when that feeling was created, with the knowledge that they now have as an adult, they can see that those feelings absolutely don't help them at all. Let me give you an example. I had a client recently who wanted to give up smoking. The reason she wanted to give up smoking was she wanted to spend more time with her child and also felt that that child wasn't getting a mum who was fit and healthy. She tried for 30 years to give up smoking, but just couldn't. She was at her wit's end and was trying Rapid Transformational Therapy to see that it would help. When we did the regression, the lady went back to a scene when she was about 3 or 4, and she was at a party, and her parents often had parties, and whilst at the party, people were socializing, people were connecting, but they were also smoking. Fast forward a few more years, and in another scene, the same young girl was trying to get her mum's attention, but mum was spending time speaking to a neighbor and smoking. Fast forward to when she was about 12 or 13. She'd had a pretty good childhood, but had moved schools and didn't like the school that she was at. She wasn't connecting with anybody. She felt alone. She felt distant. However, she was on a trip to a forest, and a really popular girl came up to her and offered her a cigarette. She didn't want the cigarette. She didn't want to smoke. However, with this feeling inside her that she wanted connection, she took the cigarette. And from that moment on, she associated the cigarette with connection. Now, she vaguely remembers that memory. However, that memory or that feeling didn't start, it wasn't created at that time when she was 11. The memory and the feeling was created when she was back when she was 3 or 4, a memory that she didn't really remember. What happened is, over time, the subconscious mind had recorded these incidents of lack of connection to smoking, and that by smoking, she could make that connection. Now, the subconscious mind doesn't know the past and it doesn't know the future, it only knows the present. And because of that, it also doesn't realize that we live in 2020 or whatever year you're watching this recording. It still thinks we live in primitive times when to go out of the cave, we would get killed or eaten. You see, the mind's only job is to keep you alive. It's there to allow you to survive. Now, to survive, back in the day when we had all these animals, we would work in tribes. And actually, to be on your own back in prehistoric times was really, really dangerous. There was more likelihood that you would get eaten or killed. The mind doesn't realize we've moved on and actually that you can walk down the street on your own and nothing will kill you. So it is programmed to tell you that if you don't have connection, you won't be able to do these things. And it then over time starts to link connection with habits. And those habits can either be good habits or bad habits. So you can see in this case, as soon as we'd done the regression and the actual reason that she wanted to give up smoking was to connect with her child, she flipped like that. And over 21 days with her personalized recording, we changed the story that her mind thought it knew. Now, this isn't woo-woo, it's all science. It's something known as neuroplasty. And when you repeat something enough times, it's a little bit like muscle memory. The mind records it, it lays down those tracks, and around about 21 days, 10 to 21 days after repeating a process of these affirmations, the mind takes it in. Often on the recordings, I'll say that all these affirmations are going in like lotion on dry skin. They sink in. You don't actually need to do anything. Imagine you've got an old computer, maybe MS-DOS or Windows 95. And that was the program that you were running, or the operating system you were running when you were born. But nowadays, you want to run Mac OS or you want to run Windows 10 so that you can run all the apps that you want to have in your life. Maybe the latest version of Office, maybe Facebook. If you try to run those programs on Windows 95, what would happen? It would crash, and your mind is no different. Rapid Transformational Therapy is a way of upgrading your operating system to allow you to have all the programs in your life that you need. One of the other elements that I offer is a coaching and mentoring service so that once you've got the foundations correct, you can then go on to live that abundant life that you need. You see, rapid transformational therapy can be used for a number of different issues, from anxiety, depression, and confidence, to bad habits and phobias. Because you weren't born with these feelings. You weren't born with these issues. They're learned behaviors that have come from your environment and everything that's happened to you and everything that everybody's told you throughout your life. I just want to let you know that it is available to you. All you need to do is get in touch. Just contact me at transform@makeyourlifecount.co.uk or click on the link attached to this to fill in your intake form. I will offer you your free discovery call so we can work out how you can move your life forward and start to live that happy and abundant life that you deserve.